Hello children, hope you are all doing good. Children, have you all learned which I have taught you in the previous class? Let us write a small test, okay children? Okay, take your homework notebook. Put today's date and mention it as test, okay? A small test, okay? The first question: a moving body performs 2 or 3 types of motion simultaneously. Such a motion is dash motion. A moving body performs 2 or 3 types of motion simultaneously. Such a motion is dash motion. Okay? And then second question: the time taken by a swinging pendulum to complete one oscillation is called dash. The time taken by a swinging pendulum to complete one oscillation is called dash. And then third question: the physical quantity that has only a magnitude are called dash. The physical quantity which has only magnitude is called dash. And then fourth question: dash is the shortest distance travelled by a moving body. Dash is a shortest distance travelled by a moving body in a definite direction. Okay, dash is the shortest distance travelled by a moving body in a definite direction. And then fifth question: distance is a dash quantity. Distance is a dash quantity. Children, have you all written? Okay, very good. Keep your notes aside, okay? Let us recall, okay children? So, we are learning lesson 2, is it? Lesson 2, motion and force, okay? First of all, we have learnt about motion, is it? What is meant by motion? If a body changes its position with respect to a fixed point, okay? If a body changes its position, okay, that is called motion. Okay, either or movement irundhale, that is motion, okay? And then rest. What is meant by rest? If a body does not move, okay, if a body does not change its position, okay, with respect to a fixed point, that is rest, okay children? And then we have learnt about types of motion, is it? The first is translatory motion. Okay, translatory motion. Can you say an example of translatory motion? If there is a race, okay, if there is a race, 3 of them got the first prize. Okay, 3 of them got the first prize means they have travelled the same distance at same time, is it? Okay, same distance, same time and same direction. So that you are calling it as translatory motion. Okay children, so what is meant by translatory motion? If a body moves in a same direction with the same speed means that is translatory motion. Okay, translatory motion has 2 types. What are the 2 types? Rectilinear motion and curvilinear motion. Okay, what is meant by rectilinear motion? If a body moves in a straight line means that is rectilinear motion, and if a body moves in a curved path means that is curvilinear motion. Okay, and then rotatory motion, is it? What is meant by rotatory motion? If a body moves in a fixed axis, okay, fixed axis means fan is the example. The children, it will move in the same place. The children, it's in a fixed axis. So fan is the example of rotatory motion. Okay, and then oscillatory motion. if a body moves to and fro or back and forth, as like simple pendulum. Okay, simple pendulum is the example. Okay, that is called oscillatory motion, and swing is also example, oonjal. Okay, and then vibratory motion. Okay, if you are playing with a scale, okay, if you are fixing the scale in the table, and if you are playing means it will vibrate as a children. Okay, that is called vibratory motion. Okay, and then periodic motion. What is meant by periodic motion? If a body moves in a regular time intervals. Okay, regular time intervals means that is periodic motion. Okay, the rotation and revolution of earth is the example of periodic motion. Okay, children. And then non-periodic motion. If a car moves in a road, that is the example of non-periodic motion. Okay, children, it will move starting la adu fast move aite irukum. If it is in the signal means it will stop as a children, and then it will start moving. Okay, so it will not move in the regular time intervals, is it? So that it is called non-periodic motion. Okay, and then multiple motion. If a body performs 2 or 3 types of motion at a time means that is multiple motion. Okay, and then what is meant by random motion? If a body changing its position, okay, from one type of motion to another type, that is called random motion. Okay, and then we have learnt about simple pendulum, is it? Yeah, what are the parts you have learnt in a simple pendulum? First of all, a bob, is it? A bob, a string, and a rigid support. Is it, children? Okay, if you are making the simple pendulum to move means it will start moving, and it will get 2 positions. What are the 2 positions? Extreme positions. Okay, the 2 extreme positions. Okay, what is the extreme position? What does mean by that extreme position? அந்த பாபா ஆட்டி விடும்போது அது எவ்வளோ டிஸ்பிளேஸ்மெண்ட், ஓகே, எவ்வளோ தூரம் வரைக்கும் போகுதோ that is called the displacement. Okay, that are the 2 extreme positions. Okay, children, you can see in the book the markings B and C are the extreme positions. Okay, and then if it is taking rest means that is mean position. Okay, so we have learnt about some terms involved in simple pendulum. What are the terms? Length of the pendulum, amplitude of the pendulum, okay, and then oscillation, frequency, time period. Is it? Yeah, how will you find the length of the pendulum? From the point of suspension to center of the bob. Okay, that is the length. Okay, and then what is meant by amplitude? The maximum displacement of the bob. Okay, that is called amplitude. Okay, and then oscillation. One oscillation means one complete cycle. Okay, one complete cycle is oscillation. Okay, and then frequency. If we are calculating the number of oscillations in 1 second, that is frequency. Okay, children, and then time period. For swinging one full cycle, what is the time? Okay, if we are calculating that means that is time taken. Okay, and then what is the relationship between time period and frequency? Time period is the reciprocal of frequency, is it? So T equal to 1 by F. Okay, and then we have learnt about factors, is it, children? What are the factors which does not affect the time period? Mass of the bob, material of the bob, and amplitude. Okay, and what are the factors that affect the time period? Length of the pendulum and acceleration due to gravity. Okay, length of the pendulum and acceleration due to gravity. Okay, how it will affect? If you have increases the length of the pendulum means the time period also increases, so that time is proportional to root of L. Okay, if you are increasing the gravity means the gravitational force increases means time period decreases. So that time period is inversely proportional to the square root of gravity. That is T proportional to 1 by root of G. Okay, so combining the equation, what we will get? T is proportional to root of L by G. Okay, so T equal to constant into root of L by G. Okay, so what is the time period? What is the formula to find time period? T equal to 2 pi root of L by G. Okay, T equal to 2 pi root of L by G. Okay, children. And then seconds pendulum we have learnt, is it, children? Yeah, if we are calculating the number of cycles in 2 seconds, means that is seconds pendulum. Okay. And then we have learnt about scalar and vector quantities, is it? What are scalar and vector quantities? A physical quantity that has only magnitude. Okay, magnitude mattu irunduchina, that is scalar quantity, and if it has both magnitude and direction, means that is vector quantity. What are the examples we have learnt? Scalar, for scalar quantity, mass, time, volume, temperature, distance. Okay, and then vector quantity example, velocity, acceleration, displacement. Okay, these are all the examples of vector quantity. Okay, what is meant by distance? Distance traveled is the actual length of the path. Okay, children, you can see in the picture. Okay, you can see the book picture. Okay, okay, ஒரு இடத்துக்கு போகணும் அப்படின்னா கரெக்டாக ரோடு போகிற வழியெல்லாம் நீ போகிற ப்ராப்பராக போகிற அப்படின்னா தட் இஸ் த டிஸ்டன்ஸ். ஓகே, அண்ட் டிஸ்பிளேஸ்மெண்ட் மீன்ஸ் ஒரு ஷார்ட்கட் இருக்கும்ல, ஒரு இடத்துக்கு போகிற அப்படின்னா அதுக்கு நீ ஒரு ஷார்ட்கட், ஒரு ஷார்ட் ரூட் இருக்கும்ல, தட் இஸ் த displacement. Okay, children, so distance is the scalar quantity and displacement is the vector quantity. Okay, why displacement is the vector quantity? Because it has direction and magnitude. Okay, it has both magnitude and direction. Okay, if you are choosing the shortcut path in the northeast direction, in the south direction, means you should mention it. Okay, children, that is called displacement. And in this class we are going to learn about speed and velocity. Okay, speed and velocity. Okay, what is meant by speed? If you are traveling in a car, means if your father is driving, means you will say as a children, appa speed up ponga, like that you will use the children. Okay, that is called speed. Okay, fast. Okay, fast. Okay, if you are calculating the fastness and slowness, means that is called speed. Okay, and then velocity means it is also calculating the speed along with the direction. Okay, if we set the speed along with the direction, means that is velocity. Okay, children. Okay, let us see. So first of all, we'll see about speed. Okay, speed is the distance traveled by a body in unit time. Okay, speed is the distance traveled by a body in unit time. Okay, children, so we can say ratio of distance traveled to the time taken. Okay, ratio of distance traveled to the time taken. So what is the formula to find speed? Distance traveled upon time taken. Okay, distance traveled upon time taken. Okay, children, if we know the distance traveled, okay, and then the hours you have taken. Okay, if you know these two, means you can find the speed very easily. Okay, children, what is the formula to find speed? Distance traveled by time taken. Okay, distance traveled upon time taken. So what is the SI unit of speed is meter per second. Okay, we will calculate distance in meters, children, and time taken in seconds. So the SI unit of speed is meter per second. Okay children, so m per s. Okay, and we can say if we are traveling higher distances means we can say kilometer per hour. Okay children, if you are traveling greater distances means we can say kilometer per hour. Okay children, and then in the car you can see 2 meters. Have you seen that? Till now if you didn't see it means you should find it. Okay children, the first one is speedometer and the other one is odometer. Okay, these are the 2 meters you can see in your cars. Okay, if you are traveling by car means you should know this. Okay children, there are 2 meters. What are the 2 meters? One is speedometer and the other one is odometer. Okay, the speedometer measures instantaneous speed. Okay children, the speedometer measures the instantaneous speed. Okay, if the car is moving 30 kilometer speed means it will show 30 kilometer. If the car is moving 100 kilometers means it will show 100 kilometers. That is called instantaneous speed. Okay, அந்த டைம்ல அந்த கார் எந்த ஸ்பீட்ல மூவ் ஆயிட்டு இருக்கு அப்படிங்கறத காமிக்குது. That is instantaneous speed. Okay, and the another meter called odometer. Okay, that odometer measures the distance traveled. Okay, if you have traveled 100 kilometers means that odometer shows 100 kilometers there. Okay, so that by using that odometer you can measure the distance traveled by that car. Okay children, what are the 2 meters you have seen in the car? Speedometer and odometer. Okay, in all the vehicles, in cars, buses, lorries, okay, you can see these 2 meters. Okay children, okay, if you have chance mean see these meters. Okay, one is speedometer and the other is odometer. Okay, the speedometer measures instantaneous speed. Okay, this speedometer measures instantaneous speed and the odometer measures distance traveled. Okay, odometer measures the distance traveled. Okay children, okay, let us see an example. Okay children, see, if you and your friend are playing with balls. Okay, both of you are playing by making the ball roll. Okay, the starting point, okay, and the ending point of the ball are same. Okay, same starting point and also the ending point is also the same. But can you say what is the difference between these 2 balls? Speed is the difference, is it children? Yeah children, how do you say this as speed? In what basis you have said? The distance traveled by that ball and also time taken by that ball. Okay, by seeing the distance traveled by that ball and also the time taken. Is it children? So if the distance between the starting point and the ending point is 10 meter. Okay, if the starting point and the ending point is 10 meter, if the time taken by your ball is 5 seconds. Okay, but your friend's ball is 2 seconds. Now say children, whose ball is faster? உன்னோட பால் 5 செகண்ட்ஸில் 10 மீட்டர் வந்து கிராஸ் பண்ணிடுச்சு and your friend's ball 2 மீட்டரில் அந்த எண்டிங் பாயிண்ட்டுக்கு வந்துருச்சு. Now say whose ball is faster? Your friend's ball, is it? The ball which covered 10 meter in 2 seconds is faster. So children, so that is your friend's ball, is it? Okay, with that we can say the time decreases, speed increases. So children, time வந்து கம்மியாச்சுனா 2 செகண்ட்ஸ்ங்கிறது கம்மியான டைம். So children, 2 செகண்ட்ஸில் 10 மீட்டரை கிராஸ் பண்ண பால் தான் ஃபாஸ்டர் அப்படின்னு சொன்னோம். Is it children? So we can say time decreases means speed increases. Is it? Okay, 2 seconds is the decrease is time. Is it children? Comparing to your ball, your friend's ball cross that ending point in 2 seconds. Okay, so which ball moved faster? Your friend's ball. Is it children? So if time decreases, speed increases. Okay, if time decreases, speed increases. Okay children, so if we know the distance traveled and time taken means we can calculate speed. Is it? So what is the formula to find speed? Distance traveled by time taken. Okay, distance traveled by time taken. Okay, okay, we will apply the formula in this. Okay children, okay, here your ball crossed 10 meter in 5 seconds. Is it children? So what is the speed? What is the formula to find speed? Distance traveled by time taken. So what is the distance traveled? 10 meter. Is it 10 meter? Your ball had crossed in 5 seconds. So 10 upon 5. So 2 meter per second. Okay. What is the unit of time? What is the unit of speed? Meter per second. Okay. Distance traveled we will express in meter, and time taken we will express in seconds. So for the speed of your ball is 2 meter per second. Okay children, 2 meter per second. But your friend's ball crossed 10 meter in 2 seconds. Children, okay, there is 10 meter distance, but your friend ball has crossed in 2 seconds. Is it? So what is the speed? Speed equal to 10 upon 2. Is it? Speed equal to 10 upon 2. Distance traveled upon time taken. Is it children? So distance traveled is 10 and 2 is the second. Okay. So what is the speed? 10 upon 2 means 5 meter per second. So what you can say? Your friend ball has traveled 5 meter in 1 second. Okay children, 5 meter in 1 second. Okay, can you all understand? So what does mean by speed? Speed is the distance traveled by a body in unit time. Okay, speed is the distance traveled by a body in unit time. So what is the formula? Speed equal to distance traveled upon time taken. Is it? Okay, we have learnt about speed. Now, can you say, is this ball moved exactly 2 meter in all the 1 second? Over a second, correct 2 meter than pocha. We don't know. Is it children? It may or may not move like that. Okay, it may be stopped in the middle. Okay, or else in the starting it may move faster and at the end it may move slower. First starting la nee podumbodhu fast ah nee potirundirkalam, adela nindirundirkalam, adukapram nee thirumba urutti vidirundirkalam. Okay, and starting la romba fast ah poitu ending pogumbodhu romba slow ah poi mudinjirundirkalam. Is it? Adanala correct over second ku 2 meter pochu appdi nalukku theriyadu. Is it children? We can't say. Is it children? So we are using another term called average speed. Okay, average speed. Yeah, how you can calculate this average speed? Average speed equal to total distance traveled upon time taken. Okay, average speed equal to total distance traveled upon time taken. Okay, total time taken. Okay, total distance traveled upon total time taken. Okay, if you had calculated the total distance traveled and total time taken, we can find the average speed. Okay children, can you all understood? Okay, we don't know, is it children? கரெக்டா இந்த பால் வந்து ஒவ்வொரு செகண்டுக்கும் 2 மீட்டர் தான் போச்சா நமக்கு தெரியாது. ஒருவேளை ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஃபாஸ்டா ஒரு 3 மீட்டர் போயிட்டு அதுக்கப்புறம் ரொம்ப ஸ்லோவாகி கடைசி போய் முடிஞ்சிருக்கலாம். இஸ் இட்? இல்லைன்னா ஒருவேளை ஃபாஸ்டா போட்டதுல கொஞ்சம் தூரம் போயிட்டு ஸ்டாப் ஆயிருந்திருக்கலாம், அதுக்கப்புறம் நீ உருட்டி விட்டு அந்த எண்ட் பாயிண்ட்டுக்கு இது பண்ணியிருந்திருக்கலாம். இஸ் இட்? There is many chances, children, so that we are using a new term called average speed. Okay, how will you find this average speed? Total distance traveled upon time taken. Okay, if your car is moving in the traffic, okay, first of all it starts with a high speed, and then if there is a traffic signal with red means it will stop the children, and then again it will move. Again it will move in a faster speed or it will move slower. Okay, there is more chance, the children, so that we are introducing a new term called average speed. Okay, how will you find this average speed? We should calculate the total distance traveled upon total time taken. Can you all understand, children? And the next is uniform speed. What is meant by this uniform speed? Do you know? We have learnt about uniform motion and non-uniform motion. So children, have you remembered that? That is the same. Okay, that is the same in uniform speed. Okay, if a particle covered equal distance in equal interval of time, okay, then the particle is said to be moving with uniform speed. See the picture, you can understand. See, in 1 second the bike moves 5 meter, in the next 1 meter same 5 meter, and again in the next second the bike moves the same 5 meter. So what is the uniform speed? 5 meter per second, 5 meter per second, again the 5 meter per second. Okay, so we can say it as uniform speed. If a particle covered equal distances in equal interval of time means that is uniform speed. Okay, if a bike moves equal distance in equal interval of time means that is uniform speed. Children, can you all understand? You can see the picture. Over a second ago it traveled 5 meters. Children, first 5 meter, next 5 meter, 5 meter, 5 meter, and again 5 meters. Children, so for every 1 second this bike moves 5 meter. So what is the uniform speed? 5 meter per second. Okay, children, correct. Over second ago it traveled 5 meters. So that we are calling this as uniform speed. Okay, if a particle, okay, if a body moves equal distance in equal interval of time means that is called uniform speed. Okay, children, and then non-uniform. Okay, this is non-uniform speed. Okay, if a particle covered unequal distance in equal interval of time, then particle is said to be moving with non-uniform speed. Okay, non-uniform speed. See the picture. In the first second the bike traveled 5 meter, and the next second it traveled 8 meter, and in the next second it traveled 10 meter. Okay, first starting la slow up irukku, adukaprom இன்னும் ஸ்பீடா. Okay, 1 second la 10 meter, again 4 meter, again 6 meter. Likewise the distance changes, the children, so that it is called non-uniform motion. Okay, in the first second what is the speed? 5 meter per second, and in the second in the next second 8 meter per second, and in the other next second 10 meter per second. So the distance varies, the children. First start பண்ணும்போது ஸ்லோவா, அதுக்கப்புறமா ஸ்பீடா, next அதை விட ஸ்பீடா, and then if there is a traffic signal means the bike stopped, and again it moves slow, and again it gets speed. Okay, so if it moves with the unequal distance in equal interval of time means that is non-uniform motion. Can you all understand, children? What is meant by uniform speed? Uniform speed means if a bike moves in equal distance, covered equal distance in equal interval of time is that is uniform speed. Okay, and what is meant by non-uniform speed? If a bike moves unequal distance, okay, you can see in the image as a children here 5 meter and next 8 meter, 10 meter, 4 meter. Likewise, if the distance changes means that is a non-uniform speed. Okay, unequal distance in equal intervals of time, that is called non-uniform speed. Can you all understand, children? Children, we have learnt about speed, average speed, uniform speed and non-uniform speed is a children. So, and the next topic is velocity. Okay, speed and velocity are the same, but for speed we don't need direction. Okay, but for velocity we need direction. Okay, children, with the direction, okay, velocity is the vector quantity, so it needs both magnitude and direction. Okay, it is same as like speed, but it needs direction. Okay, if you mention the speed along with direction means that is velocity. Okay, can you all understand, children? So let us see about velocity. Okay, velocity means rate of change of displacement. Okay, rate of change of displacement. Okay, so ratio of displacement of a body to the time taken. Okay, ratio of displacement of a body to the time taken. So what is the formula to find velocity? Displacement upon time. Okay, displacement upon time. Okay, children, so we have already said velocity is a vector quantity because it requires both magnitude and direction, is it? So displacement is also a vector quantity, it also needs magnitude, is it, children? So velocity is the vector quantity. Okay, velocity equal to displacement upon time. Okay, and the SI unit is also same as speed. See, meter per second. Okay, SI unit of velocity is meter per second, and also SI unit of speed is also meter per second. And you all understood, children? Yeah, what is meant by velocity? Velocity is the rate of change of displacement. Okay, rate of change of displacement. Okay, and what is the formula to find velocity? Displacement upon time. Okay, and then velocity is a vector quantity. Okay, children, can you all understood? Okay, let us see. Okay, already in the last class we have learnt about distance and displacement. So, children, what does mean by distance? The actual length of the path taken by a moving body. Is it, children? Okay, if you are going to a place, okay, அதுக்கு இப்போ ஒரு பிளேஸ்க்கு போற அப்படின்னா ஆக்சுவல் பாத், இப்போ ரோடு ஒரு ப்ராப்பரான ரோடில் நீ போயிட்டு இருக்க வச்சுக்கோயேன், தட் இஸ் கால்ட் த டிஸ்டன்ஸ் ட்ராவல்ட். ஓகே, அண்ட் வாட் இஸ் மீன் பை டிஸ்பிளேஸ்மெண்ட்? டு ரீச் தட் பாத் இஃப் யூ ஆர் ஹேவிங் அ ஷார்ட் கட், ஏதாவது ஒரு ஷார்ட் கட் இருக்கு அப்படின்னு வச்சுக்கோயேன், தட் இஸ் கால்ட் டிஸ்பிளேஸ்மெண்ட். Okay, for the displacement you will mention the direction. Okay, 50 meter due north. Okay, 50 meter due west. Likewise, you will mention the direction, that is called displacement. Okay, children. Okay, the car will see the image. The car starts from A and again to B, B to C, C to D, D to E and E to F. So what is the distance traveled by that car? 70 meter. Okay, children, 70 meter. So what is the displacement of this car? Okay, there is a shortcut. Okay, there is a shortcut. There is a shortest distance, that is 50 meter. Okay, children. So from A to F there is a shortcut path, that is 50 meter. That is called displacement. Okay, if you mention the direction along with that means it is displacement. So children, 50 meter due south. Okay, that is the displacement of this car. So how will you find the velocity? Displacement upon time. Okay, what is the formula to find velocity? Displacement upon time. What is the displacement here? 50 upon the time traveled. Okay children, so velocity is the same as like the speed, but we need to mention the direction here. Okay children, speed is the scalar quantity and velocity is the vector quantity. Okay children, velocity is the vector quantity, and we have uniform velocity and non-uniform velocity. Okay, uniform velocity and non-uniform velocity are the same as like uniform speed and non-uniform speed. Okay children, okay, if a car, okay, if you are in the car, okay, you car la irukku vechuko, that car moves in the first second, it moves 10 meter, and in the next second it moves 10 meter, again in the next second it moves 10 meter in the north direction, and again 10 meter in the north direction. Okay children, அதே மாதிரி ஒவ்வொரு செகண்டுக்கும் நீ பார்த்துட்டே வந்தேன்னா 10 மீட்டர் கிராஸ் ஆகிட்டே இருக்கு அப்படின்னா that is called uniform velocity. Okay, with that you will mention the directions, children, north, likewise he has said, is it children, so that this is called uniform velocity. So if a body travels equal distance in equal intervals of time in a same direction, means that is uniform velocity. Okay children, can you all understood? And again, if you are in the car, okay, அதே மாதிரி ஒரு கார்ல இருக்கு, okay, in the first second it moves 10 meter, and in the next second it moves 10 meter, and again in the next second it crossed 20 meter. Okay, 20 meter, and அப்படி 20 மீட்டர்ல போயிட்டு இருக்கும்போது there is a traffic signal. Okay, it shows red, so that your car had stopped for few minutes. Okay, கொஞ்ச நேரம் அந்த இடத்துல நின்றுச்சு, and again the car moved, the car started moving, and again in the next second it moves 10 meter, and again it moves 20 meter. Okay, so if a car moves unequal distance in equal intervals of time and not in the same direction, means also we can say it as non-uniform motion. Can you all understand children? What is meant by uniform motion, uniform velocity? If a body covers equal distance in equal intervals of time in the same direction, means that is uniform velocity. Okay, and what is meant by non-uniform velocity? If a body covers unequal distance in equal intervals of time in a same or different direction, okay, we can call it as non-uniform velocity. Can you all understand children? Children, see here a man is starting his travel from his house, okay, and he is going to meet his friend, and again he is returning back to his house. So the total distance is 1200 meter. Okay, for going to his friend's house 600 meter, and again to come back to his house 600 meter, so totally 1200 meter. Okay children, அவர் என்ன பண்றாரு, அவரோட வீட்ல இருந்து அவரோட டிராவலை ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணி again he is coming back to his house. Okay, அவரோட வீட்டுக்கே வராரு. Okay, so the distance is 1200 meter. For that the time taken is 1200 seconds. Okay children, so what is the displacement for his travel? The last class itself I have said, is it children, the starting point, if the starting and ending point is the same, means he had started his travel from his house and end his travel in his house, is it children? So the starting point and the ending point of his travel is same, is it? So what is the displacement? 0, is it children? So the displacement is 0. Okay, if you are starting, okay, ஒரு கிரவுண்ட்ல நீ வந்து ரன் பண்றேன்னு வெச்சுக்கோ, if you are starting from the same point and you will finish your lap in the same point, is it children? So what is the displacement? Can you find the shortest distance of your lap? நீ ஒரு ரவுண்ட் ஓடுன அப்படிதானே, சேம் பாயிண்ட்ல ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணி அண்ட் அகைன் சேம் பாயிண்ட்ல முடிச்சிங்க. ஓகே, ஸோ வாட் இஸ் த டிஸ்பிளேஸ்மெண்ட் ஹியர்? 0. Is it, children? Start adhe point la start panni adhe point la mudicha, there is no shortest distance. Is it, children? So the shortest distance will be 0. So displacement equal to 0. So, and my question is, what is the velocity? I have already said the starting point and the ending point is same. Okay, this man had started his travel from his house, and again he visits his friend, and again he came back to his house. Okay, so the starting point and the ending point is the same. So we have already said the displacement is 0. So what is the velocity, children? Yeah, can you comment me? Okay, comment it. Okay, children, I will say you the answer at the end. Okay, so what is the formula to find velocity? Displacement upon time. Is it displacement upon time? We have already said the displacement is 0. Okay, displacement equal to 0, and the time taken is 1200 seconds. Okay, and my question is, what is the velocity? Okay, should comment me. Okay, children. So we have learnt about speed and velocity. Is it? So what does mean by speed? Distance traveled by a body in unit time. Is it? Distance traveled by a body in unit time. So it is of scalar quantity. Okay, children, it is of scalar quantity. Why it is of scalar quantity? It has only magnitude. Okay, so it is scalar quantity. Okay, what is the formula to find speed? Distance upon time. Okay, speed equal to distance upon time. Okay, yeah, how will you write the unit? The SI unit of speed is meter per second. Okay, distance we will measure in meter and time we will measure in second. Okay, so the SI unit of speed is meter per second. Okay, children, we have already said it is a scalar quantity. Is it? So it has no direction. Okay, children, so what does mean by speed? Speed is distance traveled by a body in unit time. Okay, distance traveled by a body in unit time. Okay, what is the formula to find speed? Distance upon time. Okay, distance upon time. Okay, speed is of dash quantity, scalar quantity. Okay, speed is a scalar quantity. And what is the SI unit of speed? Meter per second. Okay, and then it has no direction. Okay, children, and then we have learnt about velocity. Is it? What does mean by velocity? A rate of change of displacement. Is it? Velocity is a rate of change of displacement. Okay, okay, what is the formula to find velocity? Displacement upon time. Okay, displacement upon time. Okay, so velocity is a vector quantity. Why it is said as vector quantity? It's a complete quantity. Okay, it will specify a direction. Okay, it has both magnitude and direction, so that it is a vector quantity. Okay, children, and then what about the SI unit? The SI unit of velocity is meter per second. Okay, the same as like speed, its unit is also meter per second. Okay, displacement, we will measure the displacement in meter and time in second. Okay, children, and then we have already said it is a vector quantity. Is it? So it has specific direction. Okay, so we have learnt about speed and velocity. Speed, what is the formula to find speed? Distance upon time. For velocity, displacement upon time. Okay, and speed is a scalar quantity and velocity is a vector quantity. And what is the unit of speed? Meter per second. The same for velocity. Okay, unit is meter per second. Okay, and then for speed it has no direction and velocity has a specific direction. Can you all understand, children? Children, take your classwork notebook. Put today's date. Put the heading as numericals. Children, keep your pens down. The first problem, a circle has a radius of 10 centimeter. Okay, a circle has a radius of 10 centimeter. So a radius was given. Okay, radius is 10 centimeter. Okay, a particle from A moves from A to B. Okay, it moves from A to B along path ACB. Okay, so a particle is in the position A. Okay, and then it moves to B through the path ACB. So ACB is a semicircular path, is it, children? So through that semicircular path it is moving. Okay, so we need to find the distance travelled and displacement. Children, how will you find the distance travelled and displacement? We know only the radius of the circle and then it is a semicircular path. Is it, children? We know these two, is it? So how will you find? First of all, we need to find the perimeter of a semicircle. Okay, so if we find the perimeter of a semicircle, means we can find the distance travelled easily, is it? So what is the perimeter of a semicircle? Pi r units. Okay, perimeter of a semicircle equal to pi r units. So with that we can easily find the distance travelled, is it? So how will you find the displacement? Displacement is the shortest path, is it, children? So which is the shortest path to reach B? The diameter line is the shortest path, is it, children? A to B means there is a line, is it? So that is the shortest path, is it, children? So we can find easily. So let us do. Okay, so solution, perimeter of a semicircle equal to pi r units. Okay, perimeter of a semicircle equal to pi r units. Okay, so distance travelled equal to, we are substituting the value for pi and r. Okay, what is the value for pi? 3.14. Okay, 3.14. In the question we had already the radius, is it? So 10. So 3.14 into 10. Okay, so multiply and find the answer, children. Have you all find the answers? The answer is 31.4 centimeter. 31.4 centimeter. Have you all got these answers? So we got the distance travelled, is it? Through the semicircular path. So the distance travelled is 31.4 centimeter. So now we need to find the displacement. How will you find the displacement? We have already said the diameter path is the shortest path, is it, children? So we have already know the radius, is it? 10 centimeters is the radius. So if you want to find the displacement, means how will you find? 2 times the radius, is it, children? So displacement equal to 2r. Okay, 2r. So 2 into what is r? 10. So 2 tens are 20. Okay, so the displacement travelled is 20 centimeter. Okay, children, can you all understood? So 20 centimeter along AB. Can you all understood? They are only given the radius. Okay, radius is 10 centimeter. Okay, and then they had said the particle moves through the path ACB. Okay, so we can see it is a semicircular path. Is it, children? So first of all, we need to find the perimeter of a semicircle. So the perimeter is pi r. Okay, by substituting the values there, we can find the distance travelled very easily, is it? And then we need to find the displacement. which is the displacement here, which is the shortest path here, the diameter, the radius 10 centimeter path is very shortest path, is it? So how will you find the displacement? 2 into radius, okay? 2 times the radius means only we will get the diameter, so children. So 2 into r, so 2 into 10, so 20 centimeter is the displacement. Okay children, can you all understood? Yeah, take your classwork notebook, write it. Children, have you all completed? Should draw that circle image, okay children? That is also the question. Have you all completed? Let us see the second sum, okay children? The second question is, a body first travels 30 meter in 2 seconds, okay? It traveled 30 meter in 2 seconds, okay? And then travels 40 meter in 5 seconds, okay? We need to find the average speed. How will you find the average speed? What is the formula to find average speed? Total distance traveled upon total time taken. Okay, what is the formula to find average speed? Total distance traveled upon total time taken. So we need to substitute the total distance traveled, and then we need to substitute the total time taken. Okay children, let us do. So what is the formula to find average speed? Total distance traveled upon total time taken. Okay, so what is the total distance? 30 meter plus 40 meter. Okay, so the total time taken 2 seconds plus 5 seconds. Is it? So 30 plus 40, 70 meter. Okay, and 5 plus 2, 7 seconds. So what is the average speed children? Find the answer. We can cancel it, is it children? 1 7 is 7 and 10 sevens are 70, is it? So what is the answer? 10 meter per second. Okay, the average speed is 10 meter per second. Children, can you all understood? For this we need only the average speed formula, is it? Average speed equal to total distance traveled upon total time taken. Okay, so they had given the distances, is it? So 30 meter in 2 seconds and 40 meter in 5 seconds, is it children? So 30 plus 40, okay, so 70 meter, and time taken is 2 seconds plus 5 seconds, so 7 seconds. So the final answer is 10 meter per second. Can you all understand children? Yeah, take down in your classwork notebook. Write fast. Children, have you all completed? So third sum. An express train moves at a speed of 60 km per hour. Okay? An express train moves at a speed of 60 km per hour. Okay? So how far will it travel in 5 hours? So what they had given? They had given the speed. What is the speed? 60 km per hour. Okay? And then we need to find the distance traveled in 5 hours. Okay? They had given the speed. Okay, they had given the speed and also time also they had given. So how will you find the distance? Distance equal to speed into time, is it? Distance equal to speed into time. So 60 into 5. We can find very easily, is it, children? So what is given? Speed equal to 60 km per hour, is it? So the time is 5 hours. Okay, this is given. Okay, we need to find the distance traveled, is it? Distance, is it? So what is the formula to find distance? Distance equal to speed into time. Okay, distance equal to speed into time. So we are going to substitute it. 60 into 5. What is the answer? Find the answer, children. Have you all got this answer? 6 5s are 30 and again there is a 0, so 300 kilometer. Very easy, is it, children? So what is the formula to find distance? Distance equal to speed into time. Here speed and time was given, so this is the formula. Okay, children, distance equal to speed into time. Okay. Okay, you can take down. Write fast. Children, for doing the problem sums, we need to read the questions twice. Okay, children? Then only we can understand the question. Okay, children? So, read the question twice and understand what was given. Okay? Children, have you all completed? Okay. Check your homework questions. This is the homework for video 9. Okay, children, homework answers from video 9. Okay. Yeah, find the questions. Find the homework where you have written. Check the answers. The first question is identify whether it is scalar or vector. So the first question, wind blowing at 20 mph. There is no direction, the children, so it is a scalar. And then 30 meter per second east. Okay, there is a direction, so it is vector. Okay. A D running 15 meters per second due west. Okay, there is also a direction, so it is also vector quantity. So scalar, vector, vector. Okay, have you written correctly? Check your answers, children, and then fill in the blanks. The first question, Mr. X travelled north 5 miles, then goes west 3 miles, before coming straight back south 2 miles. What is the distance? How will you find the distance? We need to sum all the miles of the children. So 5 plus 3 plus 2. So what is the answer? 10 miles. Okay, for the first question, 10 miles is the answer. So second question, the quantity that has both magnitude and direction is called dash. Vector quantity. Okay, the quantity that has both magnitude and direction is called vector quantity. Okay, and then see the third question, a quantity described by magnitude does not need direction is scalar quantity. Okay, here direction is not necessary, so it is scalar quantity. Okay, children, and then fourth question, displacement is a vector quantity. Okay, displacement is a vector quantity. And then fifth one, Mr. K runs exactly 2 laps around a 400 meter track. Okay, so the displacement is 400 meter track means the starting point and the ending point will be the same as the children. So the displacement is 0. Okay, the starting point and the ending point is 0. Same. The starting point and the ending point is same. So that the displacement is 0. Okay, children. So for the first question 10 miles. Second question vector quantity. And for third scalar quantity. And for fourth vector. And for fifth 0. Okay, children. Have you all checked your answers? Okay. These are today's homework. Okay. 7, choose the correct answer. The first question, what is speed? Okay, options are how far you go, how much distance is travelled in a unit time, and option C, how fast you accelerate. Okay, think and write the correct answer. Okay, children. And then second question, a runner races in the 100-meter dash. It takes her 10 seconds to finish. What is her average speed? Okay, we know the average speed formula. Is it average speed equal to total time taken, sorry, total distance travelled upon total time taken, is it? So 100 upon 10. So find the answer. Okay, children. Yeah, take down the questions. Children, have you all written the questions? And then the third question, total distance divided by total time is dash. The options are average speed, constant speed, option C, instantaneous speed. And then question number 4, the speedometer in a car measures dash. Average speed, instantaneous speed, distance travelled. We have learnt about speedometer. Is it, children? We can see that speedometer in bikes, cars and all the vehicles. Is it? Speedometer and odometer. Is it, children? So think it and write. Okay. And then sixth question. The correct measure. Sorry, fifth question. The correct measure of velocity would be dash. Okay. Velocity is a vector quantity. Is it, children? So it has direction also. Is it? Magnitude and also direction. Okay. Think and write the correct answer. Yeah, write the questions first. Children, have you all written the questions? Sixth question is velocity equal to formula we have learned. Is it, children? So option A, distance upon time. Option B, displacement upon time. And option C, displacement upon velocity. Okay. So velocity equal to, I think you can write the answer. Okay, children. And then seventh, which statement is true about velocity? Okay, option A, must have measurement of speed. Option B, must have measurement of speed and direction. Option C, must have only direction. We already know velocity is a vector quantity, is it, children? So it has both magnitude and direction. Okay, so think and write the answer. Okay, children. And I have asked you a question, is it? What is that question? If a man starts traveling from his house and is visiting a friend and again he is coming back to his house, the children, the starting point and the ending point is same. So we have already said displacement equal to 0, is it, children? So what is the velocity? That is the question, is it, children? So if the starting point and the ending point is same, means the velocity will be 0. Okay, displacement equal to 0 means velocity is also 0. Okay, okay, have you all answered correctly? Okay, children, very good. Okay, learn the lessons properly. Okay, children, we have one more topic. Is it acceleration? Is it, children? Okay, we will see acceleration in the next class. Okay, thank you.